Mahomes showing off what he can do. A little ambidextrous and everything. Left-handed throw.
Now, this reminds me of Brett Favre right here.
Yes.
I thought he was going to throw it, but I didn't think he was going to throw it left-handed.
Von Miller on his ankles. And who was the first person to tell us he thought he reminded him of Brett Favre? Former teammate. I'll give you a clue. His interesting hair.
Oh, Tamba Ali? Yeah, I mean, I think Tamba heard that from someone else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He don't have a Rolodex, a football encyclopedia like that, so I think he heard that from someone.
All right, more from last night's game. Chiefs corner Eric Murray stealing the ball from Jeff Harriman for an interception.
Eric Murray found out this weekend the Chiefs tried to trade for Earl Thomas to take his spot, and he responded by having his best game as a Chief.
Yeah.
Had a pass defense, 6 tackles, and this play.
Harriman wide open, Case a little underthrowing, just the way Case normally does. Put it out in front of him. You got a big play. He makes a tremendous recovery. Takes it away from Harriman.
All right, let's do a little NBA preseason.
Harriman's a Buckeye.
Yeah.
Magic, Sixers. Orlando's Aaron Gordon defies physics.
You know what? I'm going to say Aaron Gordon. I was expecting a reverse dunk here. Supposed to be the best dunker in the league. Says he's the best dunker in the league.
He can't get to the rim going through a 7-footer. Like, he couldn't go through his body, Nick. Like, how's he going to get on the other side of the rim? Tell me.
I hold Aaron Gordon says he's the best dunker in basketball. It's preseason. Might as well try it.
Yeah. You know when they're the best dunker, Nick? When the lane's open.
The lane's open. We doesn't have Joel Embiid right there.
Joel Embiid wasn't.
Boom on Joel.
Moving on to the Patriots, coming off a much needed win Sunday and getting a much needed shot in the arm this week. Julian Edelman returns after serving a 4-game suspension. He also missed the 2017 season with an ACL injury. If you're wondering about his rust, Tom Brady says, do not worry about his rust. Here's what he thinks Edelman contributes to the Patriots offense.
I think that's the thing about Julian, his explosiveness in the routes, in and out of breaks. It's very comforting for a quarterback to see a guy get open really early in a route. And, you know, Julian, we ask a lot of him. I mean, he plays a lot of different spots. I think he's capable of moving in and out of different locations and kind of specialty type plays. So there's a lot that he does well. And, you know, hopefully it's a smooth transition. And we've got to prepare this week. It's going to be a big week of prep. And then we'll go out there and play Thursday night and see where we're at.
All right, so the Patriots play the Colts this Thursday. They will have Julian Edelman back. What does his return mean, CC, for the Patriots offense?
Well, of all the guys suspended, Edelman has the worst deal because he's coming back on a Thursday night, less practice time. They're not going to be running around a whole bunch. Now, he was there all of training camp. He does have chemistry that has built up over the years, but it should be noted, it's a Thursday. He got 3 less practices. Huge difference compared to the other guys that are coming back on Sunday or the other games. But he's one of the best slot receivers that we have in the game. Tom's very comfortable with him. I think that's the #1 thing. And he's so familiar with the offense. Outside of Gronk, he's the most flexible player that they have, that they can go from game plan to game plan, or they can go back on other years that they've done things together. He's hard to take away for the defense. The reason why? Because he lines up in so many different spots. Like if you try to match him up with another corner, Belichick will put him in the backfield, and then your reads become complicated as a defense. But his overall chemistry with Tom has made him one of the best slot receivers, and they're trying to throw the ball as quick as possible. Tom mentioned, it's a relief to be able to get a guy who gets open so quick. And the reason why, because they have so many pick plays. He has so many option routes where you can't be right. A lot of times on those option routes, he is attacking the technique. So in the slot, if you play inside, he's going to leverage you, stick you in, and break out. If you play soft zone, play to his outside, he's going to head nod you and sit in the zone. And if you overplay him and play outside, he's going to break it inside or go across the middle. Him and Tom Brady have already worked out all those things. So you can expect to get good results from him immediately. And what you're going to see is less responsibility on Dorsett, Cordell Patterson for those guys. So Belichick will try to get them into doing 1 or 2 things that they do well, because he knows Edelman has a whole handful of things that he adds to their offense immediately.
The Dorsett, Cordell Patterson, even Josh Gordon part of this cannot be overstated. That we've talked about how you've got guys that are 2s trying to be 1s, or guys that are 4s trying to be 3s, and Edelman and Gronk being there is going to dramatically ease their workload and ease what the team is asking of them. But I'm not ashamed to admit this. I don't understand Julian Edelman, and I want you to help me understand it. See, he's not that fast. He's not very big. I know you can line him up in the backfield.
What do you consider fast?
He's not a 4.4 guy.
Well, how many? There's not a lot of people alive that run 4.4.
Of course.
I think people that talk about football, they think that, man, I ran a 4.6.
No, right, but
average speed in the NFL is a 4.6. Larry Fitzgerald, a little under a 4.6.
So here's my thing though. But you're right. You ran a 4.6, but you also believe, and I think you're right, best hands in NFL history. You're 4 inches taller than him. You are tougher than him, and you could play every wide receiver position. So I want to understand. I know Edelman's effective. I look at the numbers. He averages 70 yards a game, about 1,000 yards a season with the Patriots. But you can't line him up on the outside. He's a pure slot guy. He's not very. What makes him so effective? What is it about
Edelman? The same thing that makes all slot receivers. In and out of your break. How quick can you get in and out of your break? How tough are you? Because Edelman's toughness is really underrated. His durability. And can I be in sync? Can I give the indicators to the quarterback that are going to be real ones, not false ones? Well, what are false indicators? Giving the quarterback the impression that you're getting ready to do something, the quarterback knows when I'm getting ready to stop. Why? My head drops and my arm stops. But sometimes really good receivers, they can give the quarterback an indicator that, oh, the defense doesn't know I'm going to stop, but only the quarterback knows, because only my body drops. My head doesn't drop. My hands don't drop. And Tom Brady and Edelman, they have that worked out. He's one of the best route runners that we have. He has great hands. Route recognition, as far as defense, he's tremendous. He's a student of the game. And let's not forget, he played quarterback in college. So he understands offensive concepts. The two other guys that had that position before him were just as good or even better. Number 1 in Wes Welker, and before that in Troy Brown. So he does have those attributes that good slot receivers do have, but number 12 enhances all those abilities, and that's why they've been so successful with their slot receivers for a number of years.
That's such a good point, that sometimes chemistry is as important as intangibles, especially when Brady knows his receivers so well. How do defenses now? Won't they key up on him knowing that he's going to be the best receiver out there and that you may not even have Gronk? Is that going to take away?
It's a number count. If they don't have Gronk, he becomes the primary. So the initial coverage is to how can we limit him, not take him away. And the reason why is because you're going to give New England too much information. If you commit 2 people to him, they are going to go other ways. James White, Sony Michel, you will start to see that trifecta. I think with Gronk, if he's injured, those are the 3 players you have to key on with New England. Edelman, Sony Michel, and James White. The other guys, they're going to have to beat you.
And you mentioned that Edelman's in a rough spot because it's a Thursday night game. Should be noted, Adam Schefter reported that Gronk's injury is not serious, but given the fact that they play on Thursday, it's going to be much harder for him to play than if they played Sunday. It seems like he would definitely be able to go. With Thursday, he's going to be questionable. So that's obviously, they might have to wait another game. They haven't had a game with Brady, Gronk, Edelman, and White since November of 16. They might have to wait another game or another week for all 4 of those guys to be there.
All right, we got to take a break. Coming up, Le'Veon Bell says he's coming back, but will it be too little, too late for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Next on First Things First.